So Lost Ark has received a huge patch, apparently in Korea. For anybody who's been living under a rock, Lost Ark has been sucking cock. And it's been really, really bad. They've already announced a number of very big changes. And so apparently now we have a new patch in Korea. And let's see what it is.
All right. Hello, friends. Finally, we have something to talk about because we got an update. Banner update over here is Valton Extreme, and it's going to finish. It says it's from August 2nd to September 13th. So
yeah, they scaled up Valton, made them harder.
This feels like it's a seasonal thing instead of it's going to be there forever.
They're probably just
so
trying
Valton Extreme sounds like the aesthetics is kind of changed. It's like all
there's fire.
Yeah, it's
that's
like all
cool.
lava and stuff. It says this is a new content where Valton comes back with his true powers. And the extreme difficulty, I don't know, 1580 for normal and 1620 for hard. And the one thing that I was interested in is
I could go do that.
And it seems like the reward is the first season over here. It says, well, 2nd to 16 is 2 weeks. And then 16 to 30th, that's another 2 weeks, right? So there's three stages, and then you can get it by one roster. It doesn't matter which character you go to. And based on
wow, so they're actually giving roster-based rewards rather than character-based rewards. Thank fucking God. Like, yes, see, about time, yes, wow, it was so hard.
The difficulty that you have cleared, you get one reward. So it seems like you get extreme, the first clear for it seems like you get some Valton cards, you get legendary card pack 3. So this one probably, so legendary card pack 3 is probably the card pack that has Valken. And also it gives you the highest card experience, and then it gives you a level 5 amulet with 3 million silver. And if you defeat normal or hard, the normal is 6,500 gold, and extreme hard is 15,000 gold.
That's big money. Holy shit. 75,000 of the, oh my God. That's a lot of shit you get out of this.
A lot more. And a box gives you 75 fragments, 250 leaf stones, and then 5,000, 10,000 materials. Right. So it gives you a bunch of materials and a bunch of gold. So long story short, Valton Extreme is a 2-week seasonal thing that you can do a raid with once per roster. It doesn't matter. Wait,
so this isn't Valton Extreme, though. This is Valton Hell Mode, right? But maybe it's not, because he's got 239,000 health, and I feel like that's way too much for Valton. For, like, it's extreme. Oh, so his health is locked on extreme as well? Oh, I see. Okay.
Which characters are selected for gold reward or not.
So it's like basically extreme is like doing Algalon in ICC gear, and hell mode is like doing Herald of the Titans. Any WoW Andes here? Is that about right? Correct. Okay.
This is an interesting way to put in activity that doesn't hinder too much on the homework side. Okay, so this is like the bigger update, and now let's go into the,
that's good.
The smaller ones. This is the actual post. A glimpse of destiny. It says in Chaos
gold?
Dungeon and Guardian raids, you have this thing called the Glimpse of Destiny, and look at this Glimpse of Destiny screenshot, and it says you have a 10,000 gold bar. So you have a super rare drop to get 10,000 gold.
But like, what is the I mean, is this like a 0.01? Like, I don't know.
Glimpse of Destiny is dropped from these type of content. If you use your, the Chaos Dungeon energy or the Guardian energy, anything above tier 3 Chaos Dungeon, destroying it, you have a chance to drop it. So if you ever get this, well, I don't even know when I'm gonna get it, but
like I would probably come back to Lost Ark, and I would play it regularly if the rewards in the game were roster bound and not character bound, or roster based and not character based. Like I would 100% go back and play again. But like right now, I don't want to play because I know the game is built around just like constant repetitive gameplay nonstop. What about Fions? What did I say? I said that if Lost Ark had implemented any of the changes that I made on that list, I would come back. Not all of them, just a single one. But we'll see what happens. Do you play Diablo 4? Yeah, I feel like Diablo 4 is getting better. I mean, they're trying to improve the game. I play games if I feel like they will continue getting better, and I stop if I feel like they are continuing to get worse.
So, all the monsters in the Chaos Dungeons appearance time and their speed, their movement speed, and their aggro range has been increased. And also for the range monsters,
So
their
Chaos Dungeons happen faster. Okay, that's good.
actual range effectiveness has been decreased, therefore they need to get closer to you to attack. And for the secondary map, they actually condensed the amount of monsters
About 30%
coming out.
faster.
If you kill the seed monster from gate 2, there will be no more secret room. Secret room is basically replaced by the glimpse of destiny, the new item that can be dropped from any dailies.
Okay.
Third area it got decreased a lot. All these buff has been added properly. You know, even if you're far from the objective, the buff will be applied to you properly there too. Oh, in Chaos Thunder they added another buff, the Chaos Ghost mode, where if you have it, you get to be in super armor mode. And you don't get to be CC'd anymore. So I think this is also pretty nice.
Huh.
And the Chaos Dungeon drop rate has been adjusted so that it kind of feels like you're getting a lot more. Basically,
The problem is that you don't, like, you get a lot of items out of a Chaos Dungeon. It's just that they all suck. Because there's like, again, there's like 5 good engravings and there's 30 bad ones.
overall reward's the same, but it will feel more. I mean, we'll play some
Maybe
Chaos
they're
Dungeons.
targeted more.
I mean, I have to do the dailies anyway, right, to test it out, to see
all
what
bound?
the differences are.
I hope
Guardian
so.
raids. So they're changing Guardian raids and Chaos Dungeon at today. There's a lot of changes.
Okay.
So, long story short, for if you guys are interested in the Guardian Raid change, there's still rest gauge, but basically Guardian Raid was supposed to be 2 a day, but now it's once a day. Therefore, whatever that you do is halved. Because what I've been doing was I've been doing full rest gauge, but you need to run twice using 2 of these bars, right?
Wow. Okay. Great. That's
But
an
now
improvement.
I can just get the full rest gauge and just do it once.
Why didn't they make Chaos Dungeon one a day
The
too?
card rewards
I think they
are
probably want to change
adjusted
it
as
first
well.
and see what happens.
So when there is a traveling merchant, he will be selling. They'll be selling their stuff for 5 hours and 30 minutes. That's a big change, actually.
Holy fuck. That's a massive change. Because they used to only sell their stuff for like, what, 25, 30 minutes? And now it's out for 5 hours? Yeah, this is insane. But like, are they changing the drop rate? Or like, not the drop rate, the spawn rate of the high value ones? Because now, doesn't that mean that like, I don't know. Okay, keep watching. Okay.
So from 4 a.m., 10 a.m., 4 p.m., and then 8 p.m., right? They will be appearing twice within these time slots, and they
Right.
will be lasting a lot longer to sell you the stuff. So look
Great.
at that. So if there is a traveling merchant appearing in the
Yeah.
map or in the game, there will be a symbol showing up, and you can highlight it to see what he sells. And then these guys will last 5 hours and 30 minutes. That's a long time.
Wow.
So people who are having a lot of problem like missing way for like 30 minutes, they
Yeah.
will never miss it anymore.
Holy
As long
shit.
as they kind of log in for the day, maybe. This is a great change to help the newbies to buy like way cards.
Yeah,
Chaos
that's
Dungeon
really good.
is going to have a chance to drop normal and heroic cards as well, any of them. And new card packs are included. So this one might not be applied to you guys because this is
Okay.
Legendary Select Pack 3. This is including Valken, like with the cards that you guys don't have. So that's why since we added new legendary card packs and all card packs and stuff, it turns into 3 to adding the new existing cards in the game. They added, like, you notice this is the regular card pack, and they added the new card pack, the third one, so that you can get the new cards.
The card packs is just like whenever fucking like Magic the Gathering has like booster packs for like a new like a new edition, and like you buy a booster pack for that one and it has like a certain set of rares in it. Yeah, okay, so it's just like normal cards
if you do like raids and things.
new set. Yeah,
Challenge Abyss Dungeon is going to have the new select pack now, and the new select pack or the new card packs, as in it's going to include whatever that you need. Now, the QOL change that's been mentioned before was in the map. If you press this button on the left, you'll be able to use your ocean liner right away. So you don't need to like warp to the port to ride the ocean liner.
that's really good. That saves time, and that's actually awesome. Great.
All right, so I logged onto the game, and I pressed the map button.
He has 4 million gold. What? He also almost says 5 million, 4.6 million. Holy fuck! That's a lot of money.
These symbols. Now let's try the Chaos Dungeon, boys. Let's see
let's see
how they optimize the Chaos Dungeon. Second gate is definitely so much faster. I can tell them like walking. I can tell them like they're walking to me so much faster.
Yeah, they're definitely faster. I can see it.
As for Guardian raids, I only need to do it once.
Okay.
And look at this.
That's good.
This is the new item. You can
Mobs are way faster,
you can right click this item to get either like silver, like whatever, all that. The super special item.
Is that the Glimpse of Destiny?
We got one. We got. Oh, this is how it looks like.
That's so badass. That's actually so badass that they have something that's like super shiny like this. This is great.
How it looks like
a big shiny item.
It's a little cube thingy.
This is like Diablo 4 unique items.
Wow, look at that glow.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is so
let's see
good.
What we get. Boom. Wait, I got.
You guys got. Wait, did you just get 5,000 gold?
50,000 gold?
Or 50,000? What the fuck? No, quick.
I got 50,000 gold.
What the fuck?
I got 50,000 gold for what?
Bro, it's like $100.
So every day I'm gonna get 10 rested gauge, and the second day I'm gonna get the 10 rested gauge, and then I'll just use it afterwards. And then you get you get the 10 rested gauge the day after, and then you get the 10 rested gauge after. It'll be the same thing.
200K inflation. Good.
Once. So basically, I'll be playing the same way where I do rested gauge on Guardian, but I only get to do it once, like just a one fight. So it's gonna be even better for me.
I just think that they need to make it to where this stuff is roster wide. Like if they made the rewards in the game roster wide instead of character wide, I think it would instantly improve a lot of people's experience. Like, I don't know why they don't do that. And then just make everything tradable. So, like, if you want to play another character, just, you know, do it on that character or do it on your higher character and then send it back over to that character.
Double the rewards of half the effort. Hey, we got another one. I think the drop rate is pretty high.
Holy shit.
Let me see.
Is this a live server too?
1 million silver. I got another one, boys. I got another one.
This is such a great mechanic. This is such a good mechanic. Holy fuck.
All right. What's it going to be?
Maybe we're going to go back to Lost Ark.
Cool. That's it for the updates, and I will upload this on YouTube right away after I finish my session on the today's with the homework.
Holy shit.
This is where you fight. Extreme. Valton Sports. It's in the game.
Holy shit, man. Great. I mean, I think this is really good. I mean, ATK, he's like a Korean Lost Ark content creator. You guys want to go ahead and take a look at his channel. So he's going to give a lot of updates for Korean Lost Ark. And the truth is that this is great. Like, I had no idea that a lot of these changes were coming into the game. I didn't know this at all. This seems pretty good. I think that, again, the biggest problem that Lost Ark has here in the US is getting new players caught up and then making people feel like they don't have to play the game for like 2 hours a day and like min-max everything they do. Like, I'm very much a big support. I don't think that a lot of people I think most people that play a lot of alts probably only want to play 1 or 2 characters, but they play all of the alts because it's just better, right? You have to play the alts. You either play alts or you pay to win. Because if you're not doing one of those 2 things, you're not keeping up with the pack. So, yeah, it didn't take 6 months whenever they acknowledged the problem publicly. Yeah. Everyone else just, what's this here? And just ban this trash game. I mean, I think this is definitely an improvement, though. And the alts are usually disgustingly geared. For sure, right? I mean, and it's cool if you want to play alts. I just don't think that you should... Like, I think, for example, in WoW, it's stupid how you have to level up alts to do additional mount runs. Like, why can't you just do the run over and over on your main character? It doesn't really make sense. Like, I only level characters to do mount runs. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's such a stupid type of gameplay. But that's the way the game has worked forever, and so that's just how it is. But, yeah. If Fions have to stay, just add it to raid rewards. Well, I mean, I don't think Fions have to stay. I mean, but again, the Lost Ark players don't really give a shit about that. There's also a new player system that recommends build in game, depending on your engravings equipped. The fact that you're forced to play alts in order to keep up. Yeah, exactly. Any progress on the Korean girl streamer messaging to devs? So, that's the one, by the way. Yes, actually. Yes. So, I tried to imply that if she did the video with a Vicus cosplay on, it would go better. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I did try. And so we'll see what's going to happen. Should buy enough shares to be CEO of Blizzard. Oh, for sure. Lost Ark content is the girl crying after she pitted her wiper honey. Yeah, I remember that too. Do you think the boobs will detract from the seriousness? If it was any other game besides Lost Ark, yes. Yeah. But no, did you make the script? No, I'll make the script eventually. I told her basically what I wanted her to do. She said she'll do it. And so I just have to write out a script, and then I'm going to send it to maybe Zeals or somebody who I know that can understand Korean and make sure that the syntax is right and everything like that. And then I'll send it to her, and we'll be good to go. So how many active players are in the West now? I don't know. Let's find out. Fuck. Let's see here. And I mean, it seems so. It seems like it's going down. Yeah, if you look at this number, it's lower than, because if you see this graph, for example, this isn't in this graph, it kind of just gets worse, really. Yeah, but I mean, look, things are improving. Things are improving, and again, I've always said, as long as things are improving, I am happy. If Lost Ark was less pay to win, it would be the biggest ARPG. No, it wouldn't. It would not, because the problem is not about it being pay to win. The problem is that you have to play the game the way that the game is designed. It is designed in a way to burn you out. That's basically what it is. It is designed to be a job. It is designed to burn you out. And the reason why is that apparently over in Korea, some people play it like a job. And you know what? Fuck them. If that's what they want to do, then you can try to fit in. But I don't think that's the way the game should get designed. It shouldn't be built around that. Lost Ark is now the lowest in Korean PC rating. Well, it doesn't surprise me at all. Do you think gatekeeping makes casual player base quit the game too? Yes, it does. Let me explain why there is gatekeeping, okay? Because I've talked about this before. I'll mention it again, then I want to move on to the next thing. So gatekeeping happens. Let me just like do a cause and effect, okay? Because sometimes it might be hard for people to like see how gatekeeping happens. Okay. You need actually just need to do 6 raids per week, right? And then that leads you to also raids are super punishing. Need only experienced good players. Gatekeep anyone who is not. This is how it happens, okay? And I just want people to understand this because a lot of people don't get it. So actually I can just do that. I think this is probably easier to understand. Yeah. 6 times 3, so 18 per week. So the reason why people get gatekept, gatekeeping card sets, gatekeeping invites based on card sets is not actually because of the card set damage, but because I'm just typing it out so people can see it in plain fucking English, because sometimes people like to misunderstand things. Because having the card set implies tenure in the game and long-term experience, which is needed to clear raids quickly. So it is actually not the damage from the card sets that you're looking for. You're looking for people that have the card sets, because if they have the card sets, that means that they play the game a lot. And if they play the game a lot, then the odds are that they'll be good at the game. So not having the card sets not only means that you don't do a lot of damage, but it also means that you don't know shit about the game. You see what I'm saying? Do that make sense? Now, is someone supposed to get good and learn from raids if you're perma-kicked without even trying? Well, why are you perma-kicked without even trying? You're perma-kicked without even trying because if you make a mistake, everybody dies. People didn't get perma-kicked in Vaulton. And do you know why? Because it didn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Like, the perma-kicking started on Vicus. It started on Kakul Seidon. It started especially in Belshazzar. So the harder that you, like, it's such a logical thing, right? The harder you punish players, the harder players will avoid being punished. It's fucking common sense. So if the punishment is it is vault and gatekeeping that proves you don't play the game, well, I don't know. I feel like back in the day, people didn't complain about gatekeeping anywhere near as much as they do now. Like, yeah, sure. I mean, I guaranteed there was gatekeeping back in Vaulton then, sure. But I bet it's 5x as bad as it was then. Like, I'm not saying that there wasn't any gatekeeping. I'm saying that gatekeeping has gotten worse. And the reason why it's gotten worse is because the fights have gotten harder. Because the harder the fights are, the more important it is that you have people that won't make mistakes. It's just common sense. Their definition of gatekeeping is they want to be carried. They can't be carried. I think that it's better that you have a raid that you can carry people in than you make the raid so artificially difficult by adding mechanics that 8 people or 7 people need to execute. I think it's better that somebody can solo Vaulton than you need 7 people to kill Belshazzar on hard mode. I do. I think it's an improvement. The fights are made harder to counter buses. You're completely right. Yeah. Like, I don't view that as a problem. I think gatekeeping will always happen once the game's out for a while. Yeah, it will. Sometimes being gatekept is okay. The standard is too high. Well, the thing is that gatekeeping will always happen, but the harder that you make the content, and also the more punishing that you make the content, it's not just harder, but the more punishing you make the content, the more gatekeeping you'll have. So Lost Ark tried to make these absolutely fucking, like, just dick-destroying raids, and guess what happens? Well, players can't handle that. And they don't want to deal with a new player. They don't want to have to teach a new player Gate 5 for Belshazzar. They don't want to have to do that because one mistake wastes 10 minutes. So why would they want to do that? It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, and that's why I think people have become increasingly more gatekeeping with games. Do you think pay-to-win design also incentivizes devs to add shit mechanics so people don't learn them and just swipe? I would agree with you, but not with Lost Ark. Bro, like, you can't outgear gravity. Trust me, I tried. I still fell off the edge on Fulton. Yeah, TLDR, Lost Ark became way too hardcore for its own good. Yeah, it did. So hopefully they fix it, hopefully they understand what the problem is, and hopefully they improve the game. All they need to do is go back and change the mechanics. Worst part is NA gatekeeping has already hashed out content Korean players have already experienced. They gatekeep content that's already solved. Well, exactly. Because they think that, well, why should you... Like, it's solved for Korea, it doesn't mean it's solved for an NA player. Fuck, they have no idea about it. That's why I said they throw on gatekeeping to avoid meeting the standards and expecting to be hand-guided. I think that it's probably better. This is the classic WoW argument. And I know people might not like this. But most people that play video games suck at them. And if you make the entire end game for a game really hard raids that are super challenging and there's no way to outgear them or outplay them, the game's gonna die. That's why, like, nobody raids in WoW. That's why WoW participation's been dying. That's why everybody stopped playing Wrath of the Lich King after Old War. It's because the raid was too hard. It's the same reason why everybody's excited for classic WoW again. Because it's a joke. I mean, it's just... Final Fantasy has hard raids. People play it still. I don't know how many people are playing Final Fantasy. I have no idea. I'm just talking about, like, WoW. Like, I haven't played the endgame for Final Fantasy. I'm just saying for WoW, for Lost Ark, and I think there's probably another game that I'm not thinking of right now that has the same paradigm. New Final Fantasy raids need all 8 people. And also 8 people is way easier to coordinate than 20. Is it because mechanics are too hard or because numbers are too high? Both. The mechanics are just simply too hard and they punish you too strongly for failing at the mechanics. And if you make the game really challenging, a lot of people aren't going to be able to beat the game. Because most people aren't good at the game. They're casual players that are slow. They're not playing meta builds. They're not looking up the best idea on max roll and the best build. They're not using the optimized tripods. They're not doing this. People are just going to quit the game. You can't design a game based off of, like, the top 5% most hardcore players. This is exactly what WoW didn't do, and that's why it was so successful. And it's the exact reason why Final Fantasy is so successful. It's because a lot of their content doesn't have to do with those players. Yes, they have hard raids, but the raids are not the end-all and be-all of the game in the same way that Lost Ark's raids are. BDO breaks in. Oh, I don't know what BDO... I haven't gotten to the end game of BDO, so I'm not sure. So you're saying, like, LFR raids? I think that easier raids are really important. Yes. Like, maybe not the difficulty of LFR, because I think LFR has, like, its own problems, and it's not player-driven. Like, for example, I would have no problem with raids that were the same difficulty as LFR. I just don't like the idea that players are just, like, automatically grouped and organized by just clicking a button, and there's no social interaction at all that is required to make an entire raid. I think that's kind of a problem. And also, it's like the way that it affected the gearing cycle too. Yeah, I could go on about this for a long time, but the point is that I think that games are just getting too hard, and the reason why they're getting too hard is because the people that are playing them constantly are constantly giving giving the developers feedback on how to make them even harder. That's what I think happens. Is PoE wasting your experience? Yeah. You see a video about Richard Lewis predicting Overwatch League 5 years ago? No, I haven't seen that. The 1% player base problem? Yeah, is that it's being designed for them.